God.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Flying Brown's Garage. So, in this episode, we are going to be doing a full episode on the car show and what goes on. So, first things first is it is Monday. Car show is Saturday, so don't have much to get ready. Everything's kind of ready to go. We're going to put the Beast here on the trailer. We're going to go ahead and do it now. And get it up there, get it ready, strapped down and ready to go. We're also going to be taking not only this, we're going to be taking the General as well, of course. So that'll be the second trip, but this is going to be first trip. So we're going to go ahead and get it loaded up now. We've also got our van battery is on the Pulse Repair charger. For anybody that has wondered about this charger, I did post a picture on Facebook, but that is it as well. Let's see. 12 volt intelligent Pulse Repair charger. You can get them off Amazon. If you need to pause to read, go right ahead. But there is your Pulse Repair charger. It has 4 settings. It has a regular charge setting. It has an AGM setting for like emergency batteries. Motorcycle trickle, like a trickle charge, and it's got a Pulse Repair. So works great. But our battery was dead, so we went ahead and stuck that on there. And we need to get our new jump box. Y'all are gonna love this. Not sponsored. Not a sponsor of the channel. But jump box regardless. Jump box. And yes, this is an old battery. I don't have any more drills for these batteries, and they're just going to sit and waste. So, jump box. Let's see how good that little jump box works. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you. Right now, this unit. Never mind, we don't need jump box right now. In a minute. That battery's dead. I don't know why it just started. Now I need jump box. Jump box. stack the covers on for now. Take them off when we get moving. Alright. She's loaded up, strapped down except for the seat. I'm gonna flip the seat up to keep the moisture off of it. Otherwise, she's ready to go. Tires aired up. It's got gas in it. Everything's working. So, good deal. We're going to go ahead and take and put this trailer and everything back there again. And then I guess we can cut this video for now, and I will see y'all again Saturday, where we take this thing up to the car show and see how it does once again. But that being said, let's go ahead and get the trailer back there and get it set in place, and I can move on to what else I got to do for the day. We're gonna need a jump box again. Probably ain't gonna be able to do it two-handed, but sit y'all down. Jump box. Let's see. Clip that y'all just saw, but y'all just saw me get irritated and get off the tractor, and here I'm about to show you why. First is, we never did get the trailer in the place that we wanted it to. It's actually sitting right there, because that's where the tractor broke and we had to drop it. So, we have the steering wheel that was on the red tractor now on the green tow rig, because we are now getting rid of the red tractor. It gave us an issue, and I'm going to show you here what it did. The transaxle mount actually broke from the frame down there. I've got it welded on now with a piece of scrap steel in there, but it had actually broke from the trans, and then everything just kind of went haywire, and it bent. Chill, dude, what are you doing? Calm down. It bent the transaxle front up into the frame and just wreaked a bunch of havoc. So I had to take everything apart, straighten out the transaxle brackets again, put everything back together. Everything looks pretty straight now. I'm going to sell this thing as is. Tomorrow I'll probably wash it up, clean it up, get it ready to go, and sell it. But that is the reason you saw me get irritated off of or on camera. Just figured I'd give y'all a little update and show y'all what happened and what we're doing to solve the problem. I'm going to try to sell it on Marketplace in my area. It is for sale if you're interested. It is a Briggs & Stratton 17 horsepower high performance industrial commercial. This thing has 150 psi compression. It is a good tractor. It will need a fresh battery, but for now that's a battery that you can jump off. It has that spot for a battery. It has an auxiliary battery tank or box or whatever you want to call it. Gas tanks on the back. It has a locked MST206 pulley swap. This thing is pretty fast. It's a decent tractor. I really like it. I hate to let it go, but it needs to go to a new home. I will sell this for $600, or I will trade this straight off for any kind of antique 70s garden tractor, or a little older. I would take older. So yeah, just so y'all know, it is on the market. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. I will see you guys again Saturday morning where we get everything ready to go and get up to the car show, and we're going to see how everything turns out, and hopefully it's a good one. So I want to take a quick second and pause the video and ask y'all to help me with something. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Smash that bell. Go like the videos. You know, tell me where you're from. Say hi. Whatever. Ask me questions. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And I cannot do that without your guys' help. So definitely go subscribe, check out Facebook, the Instagram, the Snapchat, and now we have a TikTok. You can just go type in Flying Brian's Garage and you will find me. All the profile pictures are the same. It's easy to find. And yeah, give me some likes, give me some subscribes, and all that good stuff. I'm trying to build this, and I can't build it without everybody's help. So hope you guys are enjoying the videos. You know, got a lot of good videos coming, constantly coming, and I'm constantly sourcing new projects. So stay tuned, and with that being said, let's get back to the video. It is the morning of the car show. Got the beast loaded up, everything ready to go. About to go ahead and head on up there, get the beast set up, come back, get the general, and then head back up there and spend the day. Hopefully it's a good one, so let's go up there and see how it's going to turn out. Alright, well, it's been like an hour or so. We went up there, and I don't know what happened, but they canceled. They only waited an hour or less, but I guess something must have come up with one of them. So they canceled, and we're back here at the house. To finish this video out, I think what we're going to do, I think we're just going to set up the mowers out back and do a little mower show here at the house. I'll kind of give y'all a little walk around on all the builds that run, and we might do a little ripping up and down the driveway on a few of these machines. So let's get this off the trailer, get everything set up in the yard, and I'll go over it with you and tell you all about it. Alright guys, well, unfortunately today was a total bust. Car show was canceled. I guess Butch and them thought nobody was going to show up, so they canceled it, and I guess I understand. I just wish they would have at least waited for me. I usually, if I cancel, I'll at least call and let you know. But that being said, our mower show is also a bust, because every single battery I have is dead, and today is just not a good day at Flying Brian's Garage, unfortunately. So I was going to end the video out with a mower show for y'all, everything I got, which we're still going to do, but it's not going to be set up the way I wanted it to. Probably going to wait on this video since I have some footage backed up that I can post out to the next month, and we will probably finish this video out next month. I wanted to do it this month, but hey, that's no big deal. We'll finish it out next month, and we'll still get some car show footage, because I don't want to bring y'all, you know, subpar content. I'd like to bring some decent content, something good to watch. So we're going to walk around, and I'm going to show you every mower here at the shop. Just to give y'all an idea of what's here, what I built, and all that stuff. If you're new to the channel, it'll kind of give you an idea of what I've done, and there's videos on everything back in the channel. Y'all can go back and watch those. And then, like I said, we'll go to the car show next month. We'll get some video there, and then it'll be pretty good. So yeah, let's walk around. Everything's kind of sitting where I've got it parked, and I'll show you, and we'll go over it, and I'll talk about it and let you check it out. Unfortunately, we can't hear things run right now, but that's at a later date. Alright, well, we'll start off with the main attraction of the show. The Beast. I do believe this is like a 92 Craftsman. Well, what is this? Let me show y'all a picture. I actually have a picture in my phone of what this was before I even started this project. It does have a Murray hood on the front. There's a Murray wide body LT, like 2000s model hood. 670cc 22 horse Briggs & Stratton V-twin engine. The engine has been, went through a little bit. Here we go. That is what this used to be. It is a Craftsman 2. So it has had extensive work done to it. Not a lot done to the engine, except for the starter's been rebuilt. Of course, the custom exhaust and headers, and I did the oil fill tube because I wanted it to extend out. Painted the valve covers and the you can kind of see it in there, the top cover of the air breather. Custom made front bumper. Got these lights on Amazon. They're all wired up. The front tires do not match, but they are 23s, 710s. The rears are 235/75 15s. They used to be tires on my van. Those are Chevrolet Malibu wheels. The rear rack is off of that Murray wide body. It used to be the bagger system. I chopped it down and made this rack, and it is removable. You just pull that pin right there, slide it out, and remove the rack. It has a tow package on it. I do have an idea for better brakes, but it does have a band brake on it for now. It had drums and duals, but one snapped, so yeah, it's got a rear light. There's the battery compartment. That battery's dead, I need to charge it. The shifter has been extended. It's got little cubbies on each side. It's got a whole Murray wide body steering in this unit with the fan gear down here and all that stuff with the extended arms. The front end's been extended, and it is not a is a Murray front end, not a Craftsman stamped steel axle. Got some auto light plugs in this thing. Regular oil filter. It's got a double barrel, I think it's a Mikuni carburetor on this unit. 2.5 gallon Murray gas tank in here, and here's the fill spot. Got some hood pins up here. Here's the choke up here on the hood. Here's all my switches. Those are lights, front lights, rear light, front headlights, kill switch, ignition switch. It's very fast. It's pulley swapped. I think the rear is a 3-inch and the front is a 5 or a 6. But the pulley system has been extensively worked on. It has, if you see, it's been boxed in on the braces there in the front. I ran a real thick piece of bar across and welded it together for protection. I also made a carriage, a bracket for the rear. It's not the prettiest. It's made out of an old lawnmower blade, but it bolts to each side and helps this case not have too much flex. Everything has been extensively welded and strengthened. The frame has been strengthened. It is a very strong, fast unit. It is a Spicer rear end, 6-speed, lock differential. It's a pretty fast unit. It's still got some low gearing in first and second. Second's kind of fast, but first is pretty low enough to crawl. The brakes are here on the handle. And I've also got the whip here in the front, kind of like an indicator, like a sand dune rig or something like that. I just like the look of it. The hood is removable. I have a straight pin that slides all the way through on the brackets, and then there is a retainer clip on this end for it to slide through and clip together. And on the front end, even though it both has a steering rod arm coming from the fan gear, I also put in a stabilizer to hold this thing in between to keep the front end from spreading out when I hit speed. And they're kind of towed in just a hair. That way when I do hit speed, they'll kind of be perfect. But so far this thing runs great. The pulley system works great, and it is a perfect rig. I really love it, and I can't wait to get it on some trails. It's straight pipe. It runs great. It sounds like a Harley. Actually, when the video starts and I'll say, "Welcome to Flying Brian's Garage," and then it goes to the Flying Brian's Garage, and you hear that thing start up and rev. That's it. So, and it sounds better in person. But it is totally homemade rig. It took me a while to build this, but it is a great build. I love it. Take y'all around and show y'all. It's a pretty jacked up unit. It's my biggest build yet. And the reason it's the fastest is because not only is it pulley swapped and it has probably the best pulley ratio of anything around here, it also has the big rear tires. And if you know anything, the bigger the circumference of your wheel, it does speed it up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Well, now that we've went through this unit, Let's move on to the next one. The Mud Slut, as known as the tow rig. So, here we are with the tow rig. This thing I bought from a friend of mine. Originally, he wanted 2, and let me release this so I can drop the zoom a little bit, and y'all can kind of get a visual of it. He originally wanted 2 for it, and I couldn't afford it at the time. I really had in mind to get this thing. It's got a 20 horse Kohler on it, 624cc engine. I have really done nothing to that engine except put a lifter in it and some gaskets on the front and an exhaust, gas pedal, and some tires, and the extra mods that you see on it. That's pretty much all that's been done to this rig. It's a good one. I drove it up on the trailer when I bought it, but I waited and waited and waited to try to get the money. Well, he kind of got hard up for cash a little bit, and he contacted me and said $100, come get it. So I did. It's got 25 10-12 D-Stone Swamp Witches on the rear. It's got 22 8 11 8 Hatsu made in Japan. I actually got these tires out of the, this whole set of tires was out of that scrap tire over there. These wheels were already on it. I just made hubs in the front. They are water filled in the front. You know what, I don't think I did water fill them in the rear. I think these are, or did I? I might have, you know. I can't remember, honestly. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Those are water filled too. The whole rig's water filled, just for weight, because I pull a lot of stuff around with this. It does have some blemishes. This thing has been ridden probably more than any of the tractors around here. I started off with this as a trail rig, and then it ended up as my work rig. But it has blemishes. I have rolled it before, and the exhaust dented the hood there. I was coming down a hill and lost brakes and slammed this thing into a tree, so the hood is kind of bent there, and the light's a little broken and doesn't fit right anymore. There's a nice little dent right there in the grill. This part of the grill is pushed in, so it's had its share of mishaps with this unit, but so far it's a great unit. I did trim the front bumper down because it used to come around, but the tires were so big it would hit it, so I took the plugs out of the ends and trimmed the bumper down and reinstalled the plugs. Then I installed this piece on the front to add that square tubing for weight and stability, and then I welded a T like this for me to slide weights in the front. And I can also slide a lawnmower tire and wheel on the front of this if I want to push something without damaging it. It has not been lifted or really messed with in any of that way. All the deck stuff has been removed of all of these mowers out here except for my lawnmower mower. I hand built the contraption for the rear. It's a little elaborate, but it was out of scrap and I wanted it to be sturdy. It's a boat winch, some chain, a through bolt. It's some strap with an eye hook coming through. We got some angle iron coming straight out on each side, welded together to this that welds up here, that comes down here and welds to that to keep this from bending this way. We have a tow point back here for the trailer, since I had to take the tow point there that's bolted in there and welded in there. And then I have it on bolts here that aren't tight. They have lock nuts on them for this thing to pivot, and it works great. I tow all kinds of stuff around with this. This is like a Polaris ATV rack, rear rack, that I have hard bolted into the frame. These are some Nylite multicolored whips. I like to use them for like my indicators because I'm basically a snatch tractor, so I like to have my lights. I have a light here, and I originally had it here before I put all this here, and I need to move this up here, honestly, so I have a better light source. But that's my light for night towing, night riding, whatever. It has a horn, but it still works. Okay. This is the headlight switch. Since I don't have the PTO anymore, I figured, you know, most cars have old cars have a headlight switch you pull out and push back in to shut off. So I figured that'd be cool. So I did away with the PTO and wired in the PTO switch for my main headlights. Then we have our light bar up here. That is on this switch. The rear switch, I did it red, so I'll make me think brake lights and rear lights. So that is the rear light. We have an external fan, so when I run this thing, it keeps it cool. This is off of a Dodge Caravan 95. What I did was I trimmed it down, and it's just a single fan. I just trimmed the frame down and then zip tied it up in here. It is on this switch. Then we have our ropes there, or our whips, as you want to call it. Murray seat and frame. We got our little cubby there and ammo box for stuff, extra belts and recovery stuff. Got the wheel chock back here. The gas fill is back here in the back, so I just cut a hole in the rack to be able to access it. Then we have the steering wheel that I like the best. I put on here is fat steering wheel. Of course, ignition, choke, the throttle. Here it doesn't even work anymore. It's just there. I haven't even took it out. I don't know why. I just haven't. Hour meter and the voltmeter there. This is a TaoTao 90cc modified scooter exhaust, actually. And it sounds pretty decent on there, so can't complain. The starter has been rebuilt on this unit. It is a half Briggs & Stratton starter, half color starter, and it works amazing. And this unit also has the Roper 633 A high and low 6-speed transmission. I really like it. It has not been locked. It has not been pulley swapped. That is pretty much stock. But all in all, it's a good unit. I really like it. It has done me well, and I will probably hang on to this one for years to come. It might end up being my new trailer puller. I'm not sure. Because that one there, which we're about to look at next, is up for sale. So, but there is the Mud Slut tow rig. On to the red Craftsman. Let's check it out. 2000 red Craftsman DYT 4000. This originally was a hydrostat, and it has been converted to an MST 206 lock differential pulley swapped unit. It has stock size on the front, which is like a 3-inch, 4-inch. It's got a 3-inch on the transaxle, and it scoots okay. It's not as fast as some other things around here, but it scoots pretty decent. That's the tornado siren. Oh, that's not good. Why is the thunderbolt going off? Alright, well I didn't hear anything else on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and chalk it up as maybe they were testing it. Pretty quick, not as quick. Straight piped exhaust. Everything on it's not stock. High performance, 17 horse Briggs & Stratton industrial commercial engine. This engine has 150 psi compression. It is a really good engine and very strong. Starter's been rebuilt. It's got the added vacuum port in the overhead valve for the vacuum pump, because the tank is back there, and even though it's a gravity feed, it is kind of a distance from the engine, so I want a pump to pump it in. Homemade exhaust goes down all the way to the back and up right here. Custom made rear hubs, 26 812s on the rear. They're kind of some pizza cutters, but they are on some 5-lug trailer wheels. They do not match. One side is hole shot and the other side is triangle cutout. But that's all I had, so I ran it. We have our charging switch. We have our headlight switch here, and then we have our switch here for the top light, which is off of a 1979 Honda ATC 110. The front wheels here are originals from the tow rig there, the Mud Slut, and then these are some 19 7x8s that Shaggy gave me. They wouldn't hold air, but they hold water pretty good. And this is also a water-filled tractor for weight. It runs pretty good. I just don't really need it, and I'm trying to sell this unit. I marked the price down to $475, so I originally had it at $600. It's been sitting a while. $475. It does need a battery, and it needs a little bit of a carb clean, but if you jump it right now, it will start. Seat's comfortable, but you don't want to get it wet. You may want to put a new one on it, but you don't have to. It's got the little cubby here. Here's the original battery set up there. Like I said, it will need one, but it has an auxiliary battery set up, so if you were to trail ride this thing and wanted to take a spare battery and line, you could. The gas tank used to be back here, but we took it out. So you do have an extra spot for a battery. It has the cup holder, and this was the automatic shifter. I just took and sanded all the stuff off of it so it's blank, and cut it out for the 6-speed. It still works great. It's got the little ball shifter. Custom front bumper on this unit that I built. I never did cap it off, but that is the custom front bumper. It's pretty decent. It's got a cast iron front axle. The original Gen 2 steering is in this. It has the gas pedal mod, and it has a headache rack in the back, homemade, that also has the gas tank on the back and the tow package. And then there's a spot right there. Did you come to check things out, buddy? What's up? He's a good goob. But it also has a tow package on the rear. All that's boxed in and welded on the frame. Everything's strong, and you can still tow a lawnmower trailer with the tow spot there. So it has the option to tow too. It also has the hole where you can actually hook your chains into for your trailer. So pretty decent unit all in all. Like I said, it is for sale. If you're interested in this unit, let me know. You can contact me at flyingbrown2293@gmail.com, or you can comment on the Facebook page, Instagram, comment down below, whatever. But yeah, that is that rig, and let's move on to the green 97 Craftsman sitting here. Alright, green 97 Craftsman. This is a LT4000. It just has a different hood on the front. It's supposed to have the squared hood, and if you are a lawnmower person, you'll be able to look at that dash and know exactly what hood's supposed to go on this thing. It has been totally reworked, frame painted. I originally got this thing and it was pretty trashed. Frame was broken on both sides. That has been drilled to stop the crack, welded all the way around to box everything in. It has a John Deere cast iron straight axle in the front, and it is lifted 2 inches. Hood's been reworked there because the bracket broke, of course. This is a late 90s, early 2000s LT1000 hood. I'm kind of glad the paint matches, but you know, it just turned out like that. Murray gas tank I had to put in here because it needed a gravity feed for this engine. It is a Kohler Command 12.5 horsepower overhead valve engine. Still got the stock exhaust, but I did work in a pipe going down the side, and then the dump out is right there at the right fender. Gas pedal mod. This thing's had a nice fresh oil change. It's got a new gasket in the front. Fresh enough oil filter and air filter. Carburetor's been went through. It's been worked on a little bit, but not extensive. Let's see. You got your choke, lights on and off. They have not been wired up, but they are there for the wiring. You just need to wire it here. There's the plug. Everything else has been wired to that point. You just need the wiring harness and the bulbs itself, and then you would have headlights. Did not do anything with the PTO switch. It's just still in there. Then you got your ignition switch, of course. The typical Craftsman steering wheel. The seat's a little junky, so I got it covered up with a bag. And the tank used to be in the back, but I removed it because I actually needed this tank for myself, and it wasn't wanting to get to the front anyway, so I cut a spot for battery box in the back, and now the battery is back here. So it has a locked hydrostat rear end. I do believe it's a I think it's a Spicer rear end. It's either that or an MST of some sort. Let's see. No, it is. This is Spicer. Yep. But it is locked, but it's a hydrostat. Not pulley swapped. It is stock speed. Maybe a little faster, but pretty strong and pretty decent little unit. It's got the Carlisle AT489 25 by 10 by 12 tires on the rear. They have a little tread left. That's all I really had for ATV tires, so that's what I put on here. They are tubed. The fronts are 20 by 8 by 8 Turf Savers with a regular rear lawnmower wheel, and they are not tubed. All in all, this is a pretty decent unit. It is also for sale. I marked down the price to $30.75 on this unit. It will need a battery, and that's about it. You come out here and jump it off and it'll run. Throw some gas in it. It's a pretty decent build for a tractor. The rear's also been lifted too, so it's probably got about a 2.5 inch lift all the way around. But it didn't mess with the pulleys because the hydrostat transaxle in the rear that I put on this, the pulley on that transaxle was actually higher than the original transaxle that was in it. So I had to drop the transaxle down to match the pulley ratio, or the pulley height, all the way through the tractor, and that actually gave me my lift. And in the front, the spindles ended up being too long, so I just put a metal shim, like a tubing shim, on the bottom, and it dropped the spindles down and in turn gave me a lift. So green 97 Craftsman, $375 if you're interested. Same contact as the red one. It is available and ready to get out of here. I'd like to get it going as soon as I can, so y'all be sure, if y'all are interested, to contact me wherever you can and come get this thing from me. So now let's move on to another one we don't see a whole lot on the channel. The Red 95 Murray patina build. Alright, the Red 95 Murray. Got this thing from Shaggy at Shaggy's Small Engines. I actually got it for parts for another one, and I was going to fix this thing up with some spare parts and sell it. But what happened is my wife ended up liking it and she wanted it, so I took the parts off of her old mower, which is the red one there, and I built that one for me before I decided to sell it, and built this one for her. So it's got a 2211 by 8 Shengshin, whatever the hell that is, tire on the rear. They're a Dirt Nobby, and Dirt Nobby Super East 18958s on the front with a 4-lug, kind of like a go-kart rear wheel. I like this setup. It's pretty nice. It's pretty basic. It's got a unlocked hydrostat in the rear. Basic John Deere seat frame. The mice were making a nest in it, so I had to get the fabric off. I got a little pad there. We don't use the transaxle spot here. This is the shifter over here, which is the old deck lowering spot. And then of course your battery box with a battery. Basic dash, basic steering. It does have a gas pedal mod. And it is a 14.5 overhead valve Briggs & Stratton industrial commercial gold engine. So it's fancy and bling bling. It's pretty clean. It's gravity feed tank, so no pump, none of that stuff. It's just a real basic engine. Everything works. The headlights work. Everything's wired up. The only thing is it likes to spit a little oil when you advance it with the throttle. So I have a little catch can there, and there is the throttle setup. I actually took a brake off of a bike, cut it, and bolted it in there, and used the spot that the cable goes through and to the governor. Basic tank. Choke's still on the blade there. Ignition kills it and starts it, and then brakes are still on the clutch system. So it's a pretty basic build, but nice. I like it. It looks good. It rides good. It's not pulley swapped or anything. It's not super fast, but it is pretty decent for what it is. Basic wheels on the back. Just put some tires on it, and then there's the shifter set up down in there. It just pivots and shifts it forward and reverse. Brakes work great. All that good stuff. It don't get used a whole lot, but it's a nice unit. Maybe should take it to the car show someday. Well, I guess we can move on now to the General. Alright, I'm gonna go wet my head. It is hot. The General. This is a Ariens body and frame with a Husqvarna hood on the front. Kohler 18 horse opposed twin Craftsman. This is a 691cc engine. Oversized STPS 16 air filter, or oil filter I should say. We got our open air filter there. It's got a horn. Of course there's your fuel tank, and there's my vent for the fuel tank. Straight piped exhaust out the rear. There's your old drain. So, you know, I kind of want it to come out. It's got snapper front spindles kind of bent to fit. Custom red bulbs in the front. Decals on the hood. You got your original Georgia State flag because General had it. The gas pedal is an old style push bar for a panic bar for like a commercial building exit panic. The bar that used to come across would slide in here, and there is a little threaded spot for a screw to go in to lock that in place. This is just one side of it. I drilled, put some springs under it, welded the ends so the thing will pivot and not move, and then it just pulls the throttle. MST206 locked, pulley swapped. The transaxle pulley is a 4-inch and the engine is a 6-inch. 6 or 7, I think it's a 7. Got the racing switches, of course. These 3 don't work yet. I still got something in mind for those. And neither does this one. It's kind of just there to fill the void. We got our ignition switch here. You turn that on, then you pop your switch on there. It'll turn red if you have your ignition switch in. Kill switch on and charging on, and then your start button there. That's your headlights. Choke, of course. Dummy switch. It was the old switch. And there's the horn button. Batteries in the back, of course. Got it covered up with a towel because the seat's so low. And we have springs on the seat because it is a rough ride. Of course, you gotta have the Fly Brown's Garage sticker. Got the hazard plate. I ordered that off Amazon. They had to have it. It is the General. There's a straight pipe trampoline pole exhaust. The other side is the exact same. Comes straight back, chopped off. Dunzo. It's got what is it, 16 658s on the rear. I have quite boiled these off with a few car shows and a few burnouts here, and you can see how slick they really are. They're pretty slick. And the fronts are just some regular snapper wheels and tires. I really need to get some front tires for this unit, but for now we've been running these dry rot Shangshin 410 354s. This thing's pretty quick. It is a donut and burnout machine. I love it. The pulley system has been extensively worked on. The brakes are on the deck lever here, and it has a spot to lock it into place, which is great. And that is just a regular trans brake adapted to that. Let's think, what else have I done? Oh yeah, it does have a catch can in the front, right down there, for the oil that spits out. Any racer usually has a catch can to keep oil from getting on the track or whatever, keep it from spitting out. You've got high RPMs, sometimes it's notorious you're going to spit a little oil. Custom roll pan in the front to keep from hooking on anything or damaging anything. It's a pretty decent unit. It is a single barrel carburetor on this unit, unfortunately, but you know, I could always upgrade later. Got some regular old Autolite plugs. I have a surplus of those, so I tend to have them in most of my units. Gapped right. They're pretty good plugs. The starter has been rebuilt. It is a few Kohler starters put together, and it wouldn't ground on the body of the engine for some reason or on the block, so I actually have ground wires ran to a grounding spot on the frame, and it works fine. Still got the cup holder. It's a pretty decent unit. I have yet to put the hood pins back in this unit. It originally had that hood, but I wasted it by slamming it into the town car one day after a car show, horsing around a little too much, and ended up with the Husqvarna hood on the front. Good thing I had it. And it's been through a few seats. So the clutch is just a clutch, of course, no brake on it. The brake is on the handle there, and the steering wheel has been upgraded with a big fat Craftsman steering wheel that almost feels like a car wheel. I really like it. I did put a little shift ball on the clutch, little clutch stop there, and then this is just a straight bar welded to the shift point on the trans, and then up, and then I have a little slit over it to keep it cushy. And other than that, that is this build. So I guess we'll check out the shitty mower that I'm always bitching about and working on and all that good stuff. Just because it's here and it is one of the mowers, it's just the only one I mow grass with. So let's check out the Troy-Bilt real quick. Alright, here is the Troy-Bilt pony. I think it's like a early 2000s model Troy-Bilt pony. It's pretty stock, but I have rebuilt this whole engine pretty much. It needed extensive work. I had removed it before and put the V-twin on it just to have a engine on my lawnmower, but then I was finally able to fix this and put it back on. It is a 17.5 Intech, and I'm not really crazy about these because you have to make sure they have oil in them or you will blow a hole in the side of the engine. It's the overhead valve, industrial commercial engine. Of course, Briggs. I mean, if they can be okay if you maintain them properly, but if you don't, then they don't last. What the hell? Okay, did I lose? No. That bowl is just, it doesn't have the spot for the solenoid. Okay, I keep thinking, I was like, damn, did I lose the solenoid at the bottom of that thing? But I didn't. That's good. Like I said, this is a pretty decent one. It actually runs right. It's got the Vari-Drive, what is it? They say it's a speed transmission, but it's really not. It does not have gears. But it is a 7-speed transmission, which really is just a forward, reverse, neutral. That's all it is. Of course, it's got the typical, what are these? 15 6x6s stock wheels. 20 by 8 by 8s stock wheels. Stock deck. Stock everything really, except for the blades and the spindles and the belts and some of the engine parts and the seat. Oh, and the cover over here. I didn't have one. I ended up putting one on it. Need to charge the battery on it for sure. I got a few units out here I need to charge up. But it's not a bad unit. At least when I like it. When I don't, it's a piece of shit. And that's about that. So, I think that's all of them. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video, and we ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all see that in its own video. And I guess we'll see y'all again on here. It'll be a second for y'all, and legit for me, it'll be next month. And hopefully they have the car show next month, so we will see, and I'll see you guys on here again in exactly 1 month. Alright guys, it has been 2 months since I started filming this video. Pushing 3, actually. No, it's 3 months. It's definitely 3 months, because it's the end of the month. The car show been canceled twice, car meet. One due to Butch not thinking anybody was showing up, and the other one was due to the weather, hurricanes and crap coming through our area. Well, we are doing the car meet this Saturday, and that is tomorrow. I have prepped a lot to get ready to go, and I've still got some prepping to do. But with that being said, plans have changed. Butch wants to cancel the car show early. He wants to cancel it at 1 instead of 3. And then he wants to have a barbecue, or a cookout as I should say. And he had actually asked me if he could use our place to do it. So of course I accepted, because I do not mind that at all. That sounds awesome to me. So I've been spending the better part of a couple weeks getting the yard ready, mowed, getting everything nice and cleaned up, ready to go. So last night I was laying in bed, and I actually decided that since we're going to do like a partial car meet here, I'm going to set up all the mowers and set up the truck, clean everything up, and do a little show here. And we're going to have fire, we're going to have a, cookout, burgers and dogs, good hangout, a little meeting. I'll probably rip some stuff around the yard and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm looking forward to it, and I feel like it's gonna be a good old time as usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up the mowers. Then I will get the truck cleaned up eventually and get it turned around and moved out. Get everything ready for the meet, show, whatever you want to call it. I've since sold off a couple that I actually showed y'all in this video. We sold, I don't know if I showed y'all in this video, the lowered red Troy-Bilt. But we sold it first, then we sold the red one, which was actually mine, my tow rig, if you noticed. It is gone. Yep. I sold it to some kid, tore it the hell up. And then, luckily, some other dude bought it from him after he tore it up. And he messaged me and was like, "Hey, this is your old mower, ain't it? Can you tell me how to get it running again?" So I helped him fix it over the phone, and as far as I know, he still has it and taking pretty good care of it, because he actually had some new parts on it, stuff like that. We also sold the green one the other day, the green lifted Craftsman that we had built. We sold it as well. So all 3 of those mowers are gone. So all we're left with is my personal mowers and my wife's. So we have what used to be the Mud Slut. It has now been reworked and redone, and it is just a tow rig for here in the yard. And of course we got the Beast, and it is ready to be shown. I'm probably taking this to the show, and since we're doing a show here, I'm probably only taking one. I'm taking this, and then we will show the rest here people really want to come by and see the mowers and the setup, they'll come. So we'll take this. We got my wife's unit here, and then we've got the lowered MTD build that has kind of yet to see the light of day. But we're going to show it anyway. I feel like it'll still be good for a viewing. I don't have to have an engine on it or anything like that. I'm just gonna, you know, show the unit itself, and I'll probably take the wheelie bars up there too. That way I can show them as well. I can just roll those behind me. But yeah, we're gonna get everything set up for a display, and then if I have enough time I might pressure wash the deck. I know I've got to do some trimming in the back around that bush where the porch is, and I've got quite a bit to do. Actually, so does my wife. When she gets home, she's got to clean the house and all kinds of other things to prepare. So with that being said, I'm not going to film a lot of it. I'm just going to kind of wing it, do what I need to do, and then I'll kind of show you what it's like when it's done. And then we'll be at the car show. So it's about that quick. Well, I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Alright guys, it's the next day. It's a beautiful day out here. Probably, like I said, it is 9:13. 13 minutes late, so we're headed up to the car show. We're gonna see how it turns out. So let's get up there and see what's going on. Just got up here, started kind of setting up a little bit here and there. Beast made it up here great. The trailer did good too. We're about to unload it, get set up, and then when people start getting here, we'll walk around, start checking some things out, and see how the day's gonna progress. All right. We got the old girl unstrapped from the trailer. I'm gonna jump on it, see if it'll fire up first thing this morning. We haven't ran it since a few days ago, so I'm hoping she fires right up. Alright, she's set in place. Looking good.
He got enough brakes for that.
I see that.
I about fucking fell right as he fell.
Oh, I saw it.
So, I don't think I got the full thing on camera, which is gonna make him
I'm
happy.
fine.
That's part of the plan, buddy.
You know, every time I flip these things almost, I always catch myself.
You good, bro?
Yeah, you do enough
I'm
time.
fine.
Really close to straight.
Yeah, I just gotta bend the thing back. That's no big deal.
Did y'all at least get it on video?
Yep.
Yes.
A little bit.
The afterlife is good.
Just a little bit, not too much. Oh, I don't think he realizes how much that right tire is leaning. Hey, the right tire's leaning nice, like pretty nice.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I guess you just saw the clip where I just almost took a spill in the road. So yeah, we got to get some brakes rigged up on this old girl. I was hitting it a little too fast and there was a car coming from down that way and I didn't want to hit it. So instead I flipped it. It's okay. There was a cop right across the street at the school, which was hilarious. They had their lights on, but she took a little bit of damage. We bent the pipe here. Let me bring y'all around. Bent it right there. We broke the bracket from the stabilizer. We broke it off and we got a little road rash here on our handle. This was bent. I had to bend it back. And we got just a bit of road rash on our exhaust pipe here. Actually in this one too, I didn't even notice that. But no big deal. She identifies as a Jeep now, so you know, it's used to these things. Those are common with Jeeps, so now that she's a Jeep, she can do those things. But we are actually, it's about 12:20. We're gonna head to the house and start getting prepared for people to come to the house and do the barbecue. So I'm about to load up the trailer and head on there. We didn't have the biggest turnout this time. Really, Mike showed up with his truck, I showed up with a mower, Butch of course with his car, and that's about it. But regardless, good old time. We're gonna go home, show the mowers, do the truck, and probably give a couple. General, the Beast, give him some hell. I think that sounds like a good idea. So let's get loaded up and get back to the house. Alright, time to jump on old girl that I almost ended earlier. Got some new decals. They were giving away some stuff for free and we took it. So let's fire the old girl up and get her on the trailer. Alright. And there she is in all of her glory. Let's get her strapped down, tightened, and put the ramps in the van. Alright guys, we got the beast strapped down, ready to go. I'm about to go over here and grab my wife and tell everybody we're leaving and where to go and where to park when they get there. And then we will see you guys back at the shop for a good old fun time. Alright guys, we decided against the fire. It's too hot, but we are going to do hang out up under the carport over there where the truck was and grill up some food and hang out, have a little show and have a good time. So we're getting set up and hopefully everybody will be here soon and we'll get to eating and shooting shit and doing some stupid stuff. Got some burgers going. Got the truck all displayed and washed. We got us our own little show up here. All the mowers on display, and then parking is over here, as you see. I had actually made a flag and a directional sign. That way people know where to go. I think it looks pretty cool, but I think it's pretty decent little setup, decent turnout. Marshall's loving it. Probably will get on the General and get on the Beast here in a few minutes and raise some hell. Fired this thing up a few times and she's doing pretty good. Everybody seemed to like the truck. But yeah, guys, y'all stay tuned. We're probably gonna fire up some mowers here soon. I'm looking forward to it. Do some crazy stuff. Got them burgers cooking up nice. They look pretty good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the General and get it out, fire it up. Go wreak a little havoc with this old thing right here. And then we might fire up the Beast again and do a couple runs through the driveway. See how it does. I'm gonna get someone to man the camera and fire old girl up. Alright guys, y'all just saw me ripping around. I almost flipped that one too, so I guess we're running for 2 today. Hopefully I won't kill myself by the end of the day, but I don't know if I can promise anything. We just ate, enjoying a little get together. Still waiting for Mike to get here, but I might actually get on the beast here in a few minutes and ride it around. Maybe rip it up and down the driveway. I wish I could ride the MTD, but I can't. I don't have a battery on that one. But I could fire that one up and ride it, but it's really not as impressive. But we'll probably ride this here in a few minutes and have a little more fun.
Let's find a guy who's like, well, I want to have a step down mentality. I don't want to have my own. But I'll take care of it.
But he wants to raise somebody else's child.
Well, people do. I'm almost a single mom.
Alright guys, everybody's left. We all had a good time. Got to eat some good food, hang out, come up with some new ideas for some new things going on here for the car meet and some events that I may be putting together in the near future. I decided not to run the beast again. I was already in 2 for 2 and I don't think I should go for 3. And I'm pretty sore from running around today and doing all that and trying to keep 2 mowers from flipping over on top of me. So yeah, with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. I'm tired. I'm going to go in here and relax, eat some dinner, watch some TV, and probably crash out for the night. Gotta go see Mike tomorrow. He said he's going to give me some lights, and I surely appreciate that, Mike. I'm sure use them. And I've got a bunch of stuff to clean up out here tomorrow, so hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed the time that we had. There'll also be a podcast type of interview type thing that we did for the Mad Mechanics of Manchester. They'll be making a YouTube channel, and the first interview was with me, so when that video drops, I'll be sure to share it with the Facebook and Instagram family, the Flying Browns Garage family. Y'all be sure to come join those if you haven't followed us yet. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. No one's different to Snapchat. It's an avatar. The rest of them are the same profile picture. Damn, I can't talk tonight. Same profile picture as the YouTube channel. So you can go to all those platforms, type in Flying Browns Garage in the search engines. You should find me. We post a little bit of a head start upload of like pictures and stuff to, you know, show you what videos to come. And usually those platforms get different content posted to them. My wife holds the TikTok account and she edits the videos for those, so y'all can be sure to go check that out. That's a different video as well. Usually me just tearing around the yard and doing stupid stuff. Also made a Flying Browns Garage mud and race mowers group on Facebook, so if y'all want to come and check that out and, you know, join, love to have you. You know, be respectful. Don't talk crap about anybody's builds, and just come and share your build, share your ideas. If you ain't even got a build yet and you're interested in it, come join. We'd love to have you. We like to talk about ideas, share builds, you know, any kind of thing that has to do with mowers is welcome. So y'all be sure to find that on Facebook. Come join and be a part of the group where we can mingle and talk about future projects. And let's think, what else is there? Oh yeah, check out the older videos on the YouTube channel. There's a bunch there if you're looking for a little Flying Browns Garage binge watch. There's a bunch of playlists and all kinds of stuff that I've created on the channel itself, so y'all can go in there and click on stuff and, you know, watch whatever. Also, stay tuned for the newer videos. Best way to do that is to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and hit the all notifications bell. That way you're notified every time we put out a new video, which is once a week. Sometimes more, but usually once a week. And y'all be sure to go down and leave a like for the video. It helps out a lot. YouTube algorithms, and maybe one day being monetized. And leave a comment if you have any questions, want to say hi, or just want to say anything, as long as you're not being a dick. Because I'm not going to reply to you on that. But I usually do try to reply to everybody that comments. So, yeah. And with that being said, we will see you guys on the next episode, where I don't know what we're doing, but we'll find out when we get there.